What's his curse technique? Oh, who's no? It can't be him. Is it a domain expansion? Okkotsu. Hi everyone, my name is Mimi and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be reacting to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 1, or Jujutsu Kaisen Episode 48. The title is Execution. And huh, before getting to this new season, I went back and rewatched the second season because it's been a while since, so I wanted to refresh my mind. And then I also watched a couple of YouTube videos talking about the season and the show so far and everything. So it's like this season is gonna be crazy because the way last season ended with all those curses being released, Gojo still being stuck in that prison realm. Geto took him away. He activated this or unsealed his seal on other people. Oh no, even Megumi's sister, that was also in a coma or whatever. She's also part of those people that got affected by his thing. It's like things are about to go crazy. And then the Jujutsu sorcerers, the leadership, came down with this orders, I guess, where first of all, Gojo has been branded a traitor a traitor, like he's an accomplice of Geto. No one is allowed to help free him from the prison. If you do, you're gonna be branded a traitor. The principal is also now has he been ordered to be executed as well? I think. Yeah, they said something along those lines that he's gonna be executed. Um, Yuji, of course, is going to be executed, and the executioner, the executioner is going to be Yuta, and it's like, I I don't like it. I mean, I understand why he wants to be the one to kill Yuji because of all the things that Sukuna did, and the fact that um, Inumaki got his arm, like he lost his arm because of Sukuna and all of that. So it's like I understand it, but I'm not really looking forward to it because you could consider him like a good guy unless he's done some things that I don't know about from all the things that we've seen him do in this show so far. He's a good guy, and you know that Yuchi is a good kid as well. It's just that Sukuna is Sukuna, and it's not like Yuji can really do anything. If Sukuna takes over, he can't really do anything, you know. It's not like he can influence Sukuna and not. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. So Yuji is a good kid. He's a good kid. Um, Yuta is also a good kid. So it's like I don't like it. But before we get into this episode, if you guys like my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/philly with this being the first episode of this new season. The link to the full length is going to be available for free. The link is going to be in the pinned comment, so you can just click on it and you can check it out and consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/feelingini. And now, let's start this episode, and here we go.
Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comments in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
Is that Yuji washing plates or something? I'm seeing some kind of orange hair. Oh, yeah, not plates. Hands, okay. What is that? A severed hand of? That's a severed hand, right? I'm assuming he's. I know at the last thing we saw of him is that he was killing curses. So I'm assuming that's the hand of a curse. but that looks like a human hand. So uh, that was him. That was Yuta, right? Look at his face. It's sort of like it looks like someone who's completely devoid of emotion. What did it? What happened there? I heard some kind of slashing sound, and then the thing. Ugh, oh no! Yeah, it's Yuta at the end of that, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't like it. That was an intense opening scene. The calling game. You know what I'm wanting to say? If we're gonna see Nobara in the intro. Oh, okay. So I guess she's gonna be a prominent part of it. What did that person look like? Maki's sister, but different. Look at Megumi there. Why there are some parts of the intro that reminds me of Mob Psycho 100, like intros and the way they are drawn and everything.
当てられへん。3歩後ろを歩かれへん女は背中刺されて死んだらええ。
The freak are
マキちゃ
you?
んと同じ顔、同じ父。やんでも、次の全員家当主は俺なんやから。おじ、弟のあんたもパッとせえへん。仁一君はな、顔があかんわ。今、全員家当主、随員直人様がお亡くなりになられました。
Died?
一つ、全員家二十七代目当主を随員直哉とす。全員扇、全員仁一のいずれかの承認を得た上で、直哉が運用する。
In your face. I don't like you.
石黒めぐみを全員家に迎え、同人を全員家当主とし、
Oh. Ooh.
は
Megumi, you have a
誰やねん。めぐみくんがスクナの器のとこおるんやろ。二人まとめて殺したる。
Oh, I love it.
前は後のことはどうとでもない。
Go try to kill Megumi. I dare you.
全員家当主は俺や。
Go kill him. Ah, you will die a miserable death, and I will love it. Yeah. The new brother.
ユージ、怪我の具合はどうだ？あいつの力が大きくなってるのを感じる。ユージ、俺に気を使うな。スクナが不思議を使って何か企んでる。
He knows.
それに俺は人をいっぱい殺した。嘘こそいいのか？俺はお前の弟も殺したんだぞ。いい。あれは事故だ。5、今とにかく呪霊を減らさないと。
Oh, don't do this to me. When I hear the clap, that means like I'm thinking about Jojo and the fact that he cannot anymore, unless they use some kind of reverse technique to fix his hand and or whatever. Shall they? Ooh. Just a kick and you're done. Either that curse spirit was weak or Yuji has gotten stronger. Or both. Oh, superhero landing. That was a superhero landing. Oh, so he made sure they were in, like in a line so that Choso can that straight down the middle at all of them.
凄まじいな。俺と戦った時はパワフルな印象だった。どみない知力操作、桁違いの努力、まさに鬼神。これでまだ全開ではないというのだからな。思い出せ、あったはずだ。
Who should have been there?
お前の父の額にも縫い目が。
Who's that there? Oh.
そんなことあげる気ない。逃げる。なんや知らんのか。君死刑やって。おさんが聞かせていた融通かっこわがままで救われていた術師が数多くいる。俺が言うあんのはめぐみくんやから。
So is he gonna say that Megumi is coming to kill him?
死黒になんのよだよ。死んでもらおう思ってめぐみくん君を探してるんやって。
I was hoping he would not be there. I don't like it.
ちょい対応してみるか。
What's his curse technique? Oh. Who's no, it can't be him. Is it a domain expansion? Okkotsu.
イタドリ君、何？やはり有事の死刑執行人か。君、乙骨くんやろ？乙骨？伏黒が言ってた2年の。一発は種のあるスピードタイプ。あいつと追いかけっこはうまくない。俺が足止めする。大丈夫かよ。彼を餌に会いたい人がおんねん。俺はな、乙骨から逃げ切ることだけを考える。五条悟と同じタイプと見た。戦ったら死ぬぞ。いいですよ。じゃあそっちは任せます。はっ。早い。早いな。走り出して潰すつもりだったのに。乙骨の進路を妨害するつもりが。どう持っとんのかは知らんけど、鮮血以外はそんな怖ない。ほんで、俺の弟に手を出して生きて帰れると思っているのか。
Was that the curse? Okay. How about it? Was that the curse that was following Yuji and then got killed and then? Hmm.
パワータイプに見えないもんね。パワーがなくてもとんでもねえ重力。
Yep.
五条先生より多いんだよ、重力量。でも先生には陸眼があるから、パフォーマンスではやっぱり先生が一番だよ。僕に重力切れはあっても先生にはないしね。
I wonder if at some point during the fight he's gonna tell. Oh.
一流の術師ほど重力の流れが読みづらいもんだ。無心から常に重力が立ち上ってる。動きを読む読まない以前の問題。攻撃が決定打になり得るし、まだ死ぬわけにはいかねえんだ。
Okay, what I was about to say is that I wonder if he's gonna tell him somewhere in the middle of the fight that Inumaki lost his arm.
ジュグ頼りとかになって呪力操作がおろそかになっても嫌だし。なんてねんだよ。
Oh, is she back? Yeah, she's back. Yeah, you.
ごめんね、虎杖君。
Well, I don't know why I'm like that. It's like he's not gonna die. Okay. No better. I don't know, for some reason when I was speaking, right, and then when that outro started, it just like I don't know, the mood that came with the outro, it just brought me like told me to shut up. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Yuji is not going anywhere. So even though he stabbed him in the heart, Yuji's not going anywhere. First of all, because Sukuna is there, you know. So if his vessel dies, then he's gonna die too, and I don't think he's gonna let that happen. You know, I mean, the guy even like took out Yuji's heart in the first season. You know, but then he still came back to life. So now that I'm thinking about it, how are you supposed to kill him? I mean, if you think about the first season and the fact that when he, took over Yuji's body and he was facing Megumi and he took out his heart, did he crush it? I don't know, but either way, Yuji didn't have a heart and he was supposedly dead, but then he came back to life. So it's like, even if Yokosu just stabbed him in the heart just now, what? How is that gonna kill? I don't know. I guess it's a question that just popped into my mind, and I'm like, hmm, you just kill him by stabbing him in the heart? I feel like there should be more steps to it or something. I don't know. But going back to the sort of at the beginning of not the beginning. Well, the beginning they showed they were showing the fight between Yuta and Yuji, right? And then the intro happened, and when they came back, they were showing this person walking, and the way he was just talking about Maki and Mai, how they were women and they should know their places, and just the way he was demeaning them. I immediately took a dislike, an intense dislike to this dude. And then he showed up with, I believe they said that Naobito was his father, right? And then he showed up there because his father was basically dying and they're gonna need to, I guess, pick a new head of the clan. He showed up there with, I'm guessing, his uncles. You know how when they show up, they're writing who's who and what kind of great sorcerer they are, and it's like so quick you can't even like process it before they move on to something else. So it's like I don't particularly remember what they wrote down or everything, but I feel like they're his uncles. One of them was Ogi, the other one was Chinichi, I think. And he got there and then he started mouthing off to them as well. And then this old man came out and he's like, Naobito's dead and that he's gonna read the will. And then the will basically said that Naoya, that Naoya was gonna be the head of the clan, that all the cursed tools inside of Jujutsu High, like some kind of secret vaults, I guess, in Jujutsu High and somewhere else, were gonna be his to use, but he's gonna need the approval of Ogi and Shinichi before using them. And then the very last thing that he said was that if now Gojo dies, is no longer here, then Megumi, that the pact that they had between Gojo and uh their clan is now gonna be null and void or finished or whatever, and then Megumi is gonna become the new leader of the clan. And that did not please this Naoya person. And then he's like, okay, where is Megumi? And he's the person that was following him was telling him that Megumi was looking for Yuji. And then he asked, who is Yuji? I'm like, okay, so you don't know who Yuji is. Okay. And then he said that Yuji was the vessel of Sukuna. And then he just basically said that he was gonna go after Yuji since Megumi was gonna show up there. He's like knowing where Megumi was heading, then he was gonna head there to Yuji, right? And then he was gonna take the opportunity to kill Megumi. And when he said that, I'm just like started laughing because I'm like, oh, please do it. Please try to kill Megumi. Because you know Sukuna is not gonna let that happen. Sukuna has a special interest in Megumi, and he does everything that he can to protect Megumi. Okay, and so it's like you wanting to kill Megumi basically is you signing your own death warrant. And with all the things that he has said, like in this episode, I'm like, please kill this dude. Okay, so when he showed up with Yuji and Choso and started fighting them, and I'm like, oh, freaking crap! Of course he's strong. Of course they're not gonna kill him that easily. I was hoping, a little bit of part of me was hoping that he wasn't the way he was acting, like he's this big shot and all of that. That he wasn't gonna be able to back it up, sort of. You know what I mean? But I guess I shouldn't have thought that because the fact that they're making him the head of the clan means that he possesses like his curse technique must be something pretty awesome, I guess. So I should have expected it, but I was hoping. I don't like him, so I just want him gone. But then there goes. Okay, they were in the middle of talking, right? Because after they had a few encounters, Choso, Yuji, and Naoya, Naoya, they were talking, and then they all felt this presence. That something just like all over all over them, all around them, like the whole floor. The way they animated it, I'm like, wait, is this someone like activated in a domain or something? But that wasn't it. It was just Yuji's presence that made them feel all of that, you know. And the first thing that Yuji said was Gojo Sensei. Like it felt like Gojo to him, but then he's like, no, it can't be him. And then that's when Yuji Ruta came in there and basically revealed, or was he the one that revealed it? No, it was Naoya that revealed that um he was there. Oh no, I think he even revealed it before Yuta showed up. He was telling Yuji that he has been like his execution has been it's like now. So it's when they were talking about that Yuta showed up, and while Choso and Yuji were basically strategizing, Choso was telling Yuji that he needed to run away, and Choso was gonna do everything that he can to sort of like distract Yuta and keep him from following Yuji, because he felt that Yuta was the most dangerous out of those two and that Yuji should not be facing him. So that was his plan. His plan was to keep Yuta there and give, I guess, Yuji enough time to run away. And then you have Naoya and Yuta there also having some kind of deal. It's like, okay, I know you're there to kill Yuji, so I'm just gonna leave him to you. But I ask that once you kill him, don't just tell everybody that you've already killed him because he's waiting on Megumi, right? Because if, let's say, Yuta killed Yuji and then he immediately announces it to everybody, then the fact that Megumi was trying to get to Yuji, that's gonna stop him in his tracks, right? So this guy won't have the opportunity to kill Megumi, right? So that didn't he didn't particularly care about that. Yuta was just there to kill Yuji, so he's like, okay. And while Yuji started like running away, there goes Yuta like, running after him. So the plan that they made between Yuji and Choso, that didn't amount to anything at all. So now you have Choso that's gonna be facing Naoya, and then Yuji and Yuta were started fighting, and during the fight, um, Yuji was like they were basically sort of like analyzing each other, and then while they were doing that, you'll see flashes of Gojo, basically what he's taught Yuji coming into play, and not and the using the curse tool and everything. He hasn't really learned how to do that. So when he tried to do that, it didn't like really work. And Yuji was like, "Yeah, you used too much curse energy or something or other like that." I don't know. Either way, Rika showed up, restrained Yuji, restrained Yuji, and then Yuta stabbed him in the heart, and he's like, "I'm sorry." So you know that Yuta knows that what he's doing is wrong in some kind of ways, because Yuji, like I said, Yuji is a good person, and I'm sure Yuta knows that Yuji is a good person, and that's why as he was killing him, he was apologizing to him as well, you know. And I was also wondering, I kept wanting to say it, but then something will happen on the screen that would just like stop me in my tracks. I was wondering whether while they were fighting, like possibly, I don't know why I would think that, since you Utah's power is like comparable to Gojo, right? So if you were to analyze it clearly, Yuji does not stand a chance against Utah, right? But I was in my mind, I was thinking that maybe there was gonna be somewhere in the fight where maybe Yuji will have or had not had that can the fight didn't happen yet, where Yuji would have a chance to win against Utah, and then Utah at that moment will tell him that if he knew that Inumaki lost his arm because of Sukuna, and with the way that Yuji has been internalizing all these guilt about all the things that Sukuna has done while he took over, and learning this new thing as well would momentarily distract him, and then Yuta would take advantage of that and get the better hand of him and whatnot. But like I was saying, why would I even think that? Yuji technically didn't have a chance against Yuta, so I don't know. He probably didn't know um that that happened to Inumaki, because he hasn't gone back to Jujutsu Kaisen, Jujutsu High. He hasn't gone back to Jujutsu High since everything happened, because he didn't feel like that was his place anymore, I guess. Um so he didn't know that the executioner has been, why do I keep saying this? That the execution has been brought up, you know, has been both has been fast forwarded, I guess. ever since Gojo is sealed and he can't do anything to protect Yuji, so it's like, well, we don't have Gojo anymore to interfere, so let's just go ahead and kill Yuji, which is something that they've been wanting to do ever since the beginning of this show. And it was Gojo that stopped them from doing that, you know? And yeah. Um, Yuji, this episode, the way they started it, like I was saying, he just looked like someone that's basically not. I felt like it was someone that was emotionless or someone that locked their emotions away and was just basically sort of like going through the motions of killing curses, you know. I wasn't seeing any particular. It was just his eyes looked dead. He looked dead, no emotions whatsoever. And then Choso was there and was accompanying him. It was just them two, I guess, ever since everything that happened. And Choso having realized that um, Yuji was his brother. Okay, clearly they are blood related somehow. I believe in this episode he mentioned something about Yuji's father having stitches in his forehead or something. I think I read something like that, but we didn't go that deep into it. So clearly they are somehow related by blood. I just don't know how exactly. Um, and Yuji asked Choso if he was okay with that. I mean, I killed your brothers. He's like, yeah, it's fine. It was just an accident. And I was thinking, how is that an accident exactly? How is that an accident? Him killing the other two brothers. It doesn't make any sense. But it's just, I guess, the way he's wired. His instinct is to protect anyone that's related. No, his brothers. I'm not gonna say anyone that's related to him by blood because his father, Ghetto, the fake Ghetto or whatever, I forgot his real name. He's the one that created him, so he's his father as well. So his blood runs in his veins, but he doesn't have the instinct to protect him. In fact, he wants to kill him. So I don't know how he's. I guess if you're his brother, then he's gonna protect you. But if you're not his brother, it could be any other person related to him. He won't care. I don't know how it works, but yeah, he's sort of like compelled to protect Yuji, you know, against all everything. And yeah, so they've been working together. I don't know how long time has passed since the events of the last episode and this one. They're probably been together that long, so I don't know. Their bonds, I'm guessing, has probably deepened along the way. Now, that opening scene of Yuji washing his hands of blood, and then they showed this other bloody hand somewhere in there. I don't know. Did that happen before Yuta faced him, or is this something that's gonna happen after his fight with Yuta? Because clearly, the way they started this episode, they showed us sort of like a little bit before Yuta actually like showed us his fight, I guess, between those two, and then with Yuta, like no Yuta, Yuji holding on to Yuta's sword, and then Yuta like it, you know. So they showed us an avant a sneak peek, I guess, of what was gonna happen before it actually happens. So I'm wondering if Yuji washing his hands is something that happened before Yuta showed up or after he showed up. And if that's the case, whose hand was that? But it did not look like a cursed spirit hand. It looked like a human hand. So I about to say it's that Yuta's hand, but I don't know. I just unless Sukuna shows up and does damage to Yuta, and that was Yuji after having regained his senses, and that was Yuta's hand there, and then he's even more depressed, and he's washing his blood-soaked hand, right? So that couldn't have been something that happened before Yuta showed up, unless he killed a human person. Because each time they're killing cursed spirits, their blood aren't red; they're like a purple-ish kind of color. So that was like blood red, okay, and that's human blood. Human blood is red, and he was washing his hands of human blood. That means he's killed somebody, and that was a human hand that I saw. So whose hand was that? As I was saying that my hands were shaking over here. It's like this boy is such a genuinely good person, and then to have this evil spirit inside of you that just like kills people willy nilly left and right. And now I don't like my mind going there. Like, did Yuji kill this person himself? And it wasn't like Sukuna's doing. That will make that scene even worse. Okay, I guess we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the second episode, the link is gonna be in the pinned comments, so you can just click on it and you can watch it right now. And you can also catch up with all my previous Jujutsu Kaisen reaction. There's a playlist in the comment as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Calm before the storm, it's me they all are coming for. Be my shadow born.